Hey everybody, you've made it to video 3 in the Natural Pest Control Made Easy series. I'm just so excited. If you haven't watched segments 1 and 2, really a preventative for pests in the garden, then I highly recommend that first, because honestly, pest control in your garden begins with prevention. And so check out those videos if you haven't yet. Today specifically, we're talking about what if you have done those things to prevent. Your soil is healthy, or it's on its way to being healthy, and you have use some other tactics such as intercropping and companion planting, and you really check those plants at the store before you brought them home, but you're still having issues. What can you do? And so in my book, Natural Pest Control for the Home Garden, I've got lots of different suggestions, and one of those is neem oil. It's a neem oil extract. I talk about it in the book, where it comes from. It's an oil from a tree, originally I believe in India, and you can buy it in spray format, or you can buy it in the concentrate that you then mix. And I actually have it here. And neem oil is gentle on your plants because you're going to be eating them, ideally. And but it does need to come into direct contact with the bugs that you're trying to get rid of. And you always want to double check that whatever you're trying to get rid of is in fact a pest. So I have lots of pictures and images of the different life stages, the larva and the adult stages of these pests in my book, so that you're not killing off things that are actually beneficial. In fact, the ladybug or ladybird pupa and larva doesn't actually look like a ladybug. So you want to make sure that you're actually getting rid of what's chewing holes in your plants. And that's honestly what I would wait for. Before you bust out neem oil, I say use any of these sprays, neem oil or BT or insecticidal soap, as last resorts when nothing else works, including like a water spray, which is really great for aphids. But if you are to the point where you have to use them, first make sure that there is actually some damage going on, and that you're not just seeing some bugs that you think don't belong there. And I'm going to show you an example. I've got some Swiss chard growing over here. I grow it, although now my family doesn't really eat it, so it might be something I have to reconsider in the future. So I don't use it a lot, and so it ends up sitting in my garden, and which makes it susceptible to bugs. Another preventative technique is to actually use what you're growing. But it's so beautiful, it's so hard to pass up. So I'm going to show you some holes that I was finding in my Swiss chard, and how I was able to use neem oil to get to what was eating it. Let me show you. So here is my Swiss chard patch, and you can tell we haven't been eating it, like I said. Obviously, one of the prevention methods that you definitely want to implement is to use what you grow. But since I said again, my family's not eating a whole lot of it, I probably need to like sneak it into meals. But since I haven't been doing that, something else has been eating it. And so you can see the leaves here. I'll actually pull it off. This is coming, and you just saw one, you may have just seen one fly away, from a striped leaf beetle. I don't see them messing with much else in the garden, but they have enough to feast on here for sure. So you can see the holes that they've been making. And so what's the girl to do? Obviously my prevention techniques haven't worked. The best preventative would have been for me actually to be using my crop so there's not enough for them to feed off of. So what I have to do when I'm using neem oil is to take what I've mixed here, okay, and when I see them is simply to spray them. It just needs to come in contact with them. Let's see if I can find one. Leaf beetles do tend to fly, and so, and me messing with that leaf caused one to fly away. So I'm just gonna hunt a little bit here, see if I see one. There's some big beautiful leaves, y'all. I need to just start eating it for lunch, and then I wouldn't have this problem, because look at this gorgeous color. Gorgeous. Okay, so I don't see one on the leaf currently, which is the issue with using anything like this. It's so much better for your family, but you have to really find them, okay? And when you do, you simply are going to spray it wherever you're seeing them. And it's kind of a wide swath, and you can adjust your nozzle, okay, to actually spray on the leaf where you see, oh, there's one right in there, where you see them. Okay, the neem oil is not going to harm your family. Okay, don't spray it on pollinators. Obviously, if it's a time when pollinators are around, just wait. Okay, most natural things may still affect pollinators, diatomaceous earth, I wouldn't spray insecticidal soap on pollinators. Okay, you just don't want to run the risk of harming them. So even if you're using something like neem oil, do it at a time when pollinators are not active. I should see a flea beetle on it right there, and that neem oil should also take care of flea beetles. So that's how you do it. You have to identify the pest, and then you have to administer the neem oil so that it comes in direct contact with them. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and this is the last video in the series, and my book is being released on Monday, and I'm so excited. And if you snag it that very first week, there's all kinds of fun bonuses that come with it, including some really sweet labels that you can use in your bottle so you don't have to look kind of ghetto like mine. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I hope it's helpful for you. It is my desire for everyone who grows a garden to do so in a way that is nurturing their backyard ecosystem and not hurting it. And thus improving the ecosystem of your entire neighborhood. So it's a good thing, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Bye.